There you go. It's done deal.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back. It is, as always, your boy, Alessandro Tryhard.
And the Colin Clinic.
I mean, I'm not going to talk about the fact that Clinic managed to drop another solo video on you guys, but all I'm going to say is I know you're here for both of us. So, welcome back to the chat, the podcast of we talk about what? Everything and nothing?
Everything and nothing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, Clinic, hit me up. What are we gonna entertain the fam with today?
I think we should talk about maturity.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't love it because I love it. But when we're gonna talk about maturity, like obviously the first thing that comes to mind is when I'm dealing with obviously like mature bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like, I guess what would you call it? Not immature bitches, but like 20, 19-year-olds, whatever you want to call that. Because I look at it this way: if I date a girl my own age,
yes,
right, and I mean just so the crowd gets some perspective, I'm 24.
Mm-hmm.
Clinic is 26.
27.
Wow, fuck, you're getting old, man. So 24 and 27. When we're dating girls our own age, right? Or we're dealing with them. We'll say dealing with. When we're dealing with them,
yeah,
right? There's always talk about being real. There's always talk about, you know, what it means to fully, you know, be with that one person and this and that. And it's all about levels and expectations. And we've done videos on expectations.
Yeah.
Except their expectation is that, you know, you're 5 years older than them and that you're making whatever they're making with a zero on the end of it, and that you're driving, you know, not a fucking, like, Civic, but you're driving, like, a Lexus, and that you've got a house.
But is that for the girls that are our age, or is that for
No, that's for the girls that are our age.
Okay.
That's why guys like you and me, we tend to deal with, for quote-unquote, the younger girls, the younger bitches, that are 19 and 20 because they look at us and they're like, oh my god, you got a full-time job? Oh my god, when we go out you pay for things?
You got a car? Ooh.
You're not in first year? You're done school?
Ooh.
You've got your own apartment? You don't live with your parents?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Like,
game changer.
I was wet 3 sayings ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just happy that they can fuck and they don't have to mess around in their parents' home. That's what they're happy about. They're happy that you have an apartment on York Street and they can go there and entertain you.
Yeah.
They're happy that these girls are happy to go to the fucking like Zach's Diner for food because it's not McDonald's. And they're like, you mean we can go somewhere other than McDonald's?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not telling you to take these girls out to Baton Rouge. I mean, there's obviously going to be a girl in your life that deserves that. Treat her right.
Exactly.
But I'm saying these girls, they don't have the expectation. When you're dating, you know, quote-unquote, mature young ladies.
Yes.
And when I say mature, again, like, we're talking about 24, 27-year-olds. The real mature ladies are 40, right? The 38-year-olds. The one where they date younger because the script is then flipped.
Yes.
Right? They would rather date a boy toy, somebody that's not set in their ways, maybe dead-end job, all that shit, but looks fine, because they got all the stability they fucking need.
Exactly.
The problem is, when you date women your own age, they're looking for stability in you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
When you date older women, they don't need stability because they got it. When you date younger women, they don't give a shit about stability, they just give a shit about having a good time.
Yes.
Like, when we're really breaking down tonight's chat, like, to the root cause, like, I feel like that sums it up, the 3 points.
Yeah, but I mean, it's totally it. I think the main issue that I have with all of that is just the fact that it should be easier for me to deal with girls that are my age, logically. Only because you feel like, okay, there's a maturity level, okay, I don't have to deal with silliness, I don't have to deal with, okay, well, I didn't feel like texting you or whatever, or we're in the middle of a conversation and then whatever, your friend called and then all of a sudden you leave. Like, it literally happened to me last night where this girl's like, oh my god, I haven't seen you in like months. I'm like, okay. She's like, well, you know, there's an event at this certain place, okay, you should show up. I'm like, cool. So take my car, show up, no problem. But now 20 minutes into that meeting, it's like, oh well, my girl's having an issue with her fucking shoe. We have to go. We have to go. We have to go. And it's like, cool. That's what you deal with the younger chicks. But with the girls that are my age, the only issue I have is like, as you said, they're expecting you to just be so stable that now they don't have to bring anything to the table. So it's almost like, oh well, he's a winner, therefore I'm a winner by association. And it's like, but no, you're looking for a golden ticket, and then you feel like I should have everything figured out.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is every time I talk to those girls, it's like, oh, you know, I have a job with government, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Okay, cool. So, and then, okay, well, so where do you live? Oh, you know, I live downtown, I have my roommate, and I'm like, okay, so I have to be okay with that fact.
Yeah.
But then, if I tell you, hey, you know, I live with my dad, and then all that, now you're like, wait, well, why do you live with your dad? It's like, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where society hasn't caught up to itself, so it's a double standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can live at home as the chick, but the second that you live at home,
yeah,
it's like, while we're the same age, even though you're in school and I'm in school, fuck you.
Yeah.
Right? But then all of a sudden, like, I don't live at home, and I'm the guy, and you live at home and you're the chick, and it's like, yeah, whatever.
It's perfectly okay.
It's perfectly fine, because obviously I'm not going to smash you at your place. Yeah. We can just smash at mine.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, it's just, it's one of those things where it's not going to change. You know, it's broken. Everyone knows it's broken. Everybody knows it's flawed. It's like, it's just not going to change. It's one of those things where there's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. Like, it's how it's always going to be. The only thing that we can do is, if we're going to talk about maturity, right? I don't necessarily think that the talk should be on breaking down like the levels, because I already summed that up in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's more of like breaking down what defines somebody as being mature, because I often find the people that feel like the most mature ones in the room are the fucking biggest kids in the entire room.
Yeah, but because, as you said, they feel that way, right? So when you feel a certain way, the problem is that most people act on it. So they're like, well, if I'm mature, I feel like I am, then I should show people that. So it's a facade. They show it, and then once you start breaking it down and you start asking questions, and then it's like, well, blah, blah, your argument's stupid, or blah, blah, you know, this is not how life is because I've lived so and so, and I think it's not right. But it's like, we're not having a discussion at this point. What you're doing is that you had an experience, you take your experience, and then now you put it as facts. Like, I can't have a normal conversation with someone thinking that, because it doesn't work. Because I live some things, you live some things. Everyone that is listening right now will be living some other things. But when we're generalizing things and then we're saying, hey, I think, 9 out of 10 this is what happens, or 8 out of 10, or even 6 out of 10 this is what happens, is because we take experiences from a lot of people. So the maturing part comes into play where, we're talking about younger chicks and then older chicks. Younger chicks, they don't have the maturity to be like, okay, cool, I want the relationship, or I want this, which is fine, because they want to have fun, which is cool.
Yeah.
Okay? So they don't bust their balls about blah, 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 oh, you should have your job, you should have this, you should have that. But the downfall with that is, because of the fickle nature, now, even if you're trying to, like a girl that's like that, then what happens is that you get the, oh, well, my bad, I didn't want to call you because of this, that, and the third. And then you think, that girl thinks it's a complete rational answer. Well, I didn't feel like doing it. I felt like I was sick, so I didn't feel like coming. It's like, okay. Oh, sorry, I had to cancel again because, whatever, my cat died. And then, some just stupid stuff that you can't call out someone on because now you're the asshole doing it. Now, girls our age, what happens is that we're supposed to be mature enough because we have the same age, per se, but the problem is that they're looking into, well, blah, blah, I'm not young enough, now I should have family and all, but the problem is that that's your feeling. But now you're trying to take the feeling and then you try to force it out of someone.
Yeah,
where it's like, well, we've been dealing together, which is the code for we've been fucking for a month or 2 months or whatever time, And then now I feel like it should go to the next level. And you're like, why? Well, because I fell in love with you, therefore you should be falling in love with me. And I'm like, well, that's not how it works. Because when I'm falling in love with a girl, I'm starting from the base, which is I like having you around, I love dealing with you, and then it gets to, well, I'm seeing you more than once a week, and then it gets into, well, I'll take this girl out, okay, she's not acting a fool, I can do this, I can do that, and then I can decide, okay, cool, I want this girl as a girlfriend.
Yep.
Now what girls do is the complete opposite. They start from up, they're like, oh, Colin Clinic is just a nice guy, he's this, that, and the third, or, and then they take that, and then they're like, okay, I'm gonna hold on, and then try to see, like, if he's lovable, if he's this, if he's that. Now, you fill up all the qualifications, and then they're like, okay, well, finally, we deal with, okay, perfect, I'm in love now, because all my criteria are filled, he's good looking, he's this and that, and the third. But now, they don't even care into what my feelings are. They're just like, I'm in love, cool. Then it needs to happen. Same thing with marriage, same thing with that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then why everything breaks down is because they were young once. They were the 20-year-old that didn't care, right? And then they're the ones that weren't serious about anything. And then now all of a sudden it switches over for us in our favor because we get older, and then we're like, why should I deal with that when I can look back and then be like, all right, I got a 22-year-old that all she wants to do is maybe go on a trip, and then, I don't know, maybe go on a concert and have fun and not worry about anything.
I just think it's funny because most guys, I feel like, come into their own around their 20s, like whether it's mid to late 20s like us.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, like, it doesn't matter if you've been good with ladies or you've been shit with ladies your whole life. Like, whether or not you have or you haven't, like, the mid-30s are for you. Like, welcome to the mid-30s. Why mid-30s? It's like, Trevor, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I just gotta wait 3 years and my life pops off. Yes, mid-30s because, A, mid-30s, your looks aren't gone yet. Yep. Okay, you're still fire. At that point too in your life, you're probably about 5 or 6 years from as high as you're ever going to be in the corporate ladder, right? I mean, unless you're going to be like a VP or a president, or you're going to start your own shop, right? Like, that's the only thing that would kind of grow or not grow depending on time.
True.
But climbing a corporate ladder at like a Rogers, CIBC, something like that, within 5 years from 35, you're going to know where you're going to be for the rest of it.
For sure.
Don't get me wrong, you're still going to be there for 20 years, but you know if you're going to be director, if you're going to be a project man, that shit's the shit you're going to do for 20 years.
Of course.
And you'll be at that level.
Yep.
So, you have job security at this point, right? You have job security, you have stability, you probably have some money kicking around. You've probably been smart enough to throw some of that money into your first home, and you're probably driving a car.
Yeah.
Guess what? The young girl checklist, you already checked everything off. Stability, you still are good looking, you've got money, and you've got a home and a car.
And you're single too.
And you're single. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know if you can hit more of a home run than that.
Yep.
In their minds. Like, the thing you need to understand is every guy comes into that shit at 35.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you've been a loner your whole life. Guess what? 35 is your time. If you didn't act on 35, then you fucked up.
Yeah.
But, like, 35 was your time to act. If you were ever going to have a year where you were going to have casual sex with multiple partners within that year, it's 35.
It is that time.
Right? Because the dating scene is perfect for you because people are divorced by this point. They know what they like. They know what they don't like. People are also never been in a relationship, are being pressured into relationships.
Of course.
At this point. All women are out there. They want to hook up. Even there's just a segment of women that just want to hook up because their internal clock is going off. And they got maybe 1-2 years left
Baby
at
babies,
35
baby
before honestly they're done.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let's get it straight. What I'm saying is you're 35 and all these women are potentially 27, 22, 27, doesn't matter, like 29, even 31. I'd probably go as high as 32, fitting into this younger scenario for yourself at that point. And you're cleaning up, man. You're walking down the street, you're doing whatever you want, and no one cares. You're walking your fucking chocolate Labrador down the fucking neighborhood, and bitches are like, oh my god, can I pet your dog? And you're like, if I pet my dog, can I bend you over in that fucking back alley and fuck you while my dog is tied up to the gate? Yes. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're having outdoor sex, you're having adventure sex, you're voyageur, and it's like, how can you guys talk about shit like this? You're not even that age. It's because I've lived my life enough, and I'm not there yet. It's only gonna get better for me.
Yeah.
My thing is, there's guys that aren't as lucky and they can't say that shit that you and I can say. Where it's only gonna get better for us.
I mean, we saw the shift. I mean, you know, if I look maybe a year or two, I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. You know, I was dating this girl, then broke up with her, and it's like, man, nothing new is happening. And I'm one of those guys that I will break up with a girl if it doesn't work for me. And it's not because, like, oh my god, I have some other options. It's just like, if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, you're not gonna like hold off on breaking up with her until you find something new.
Exactly.
If it's not working, you're just gonna kill her.
Exactly.
But my big thing is this: when we're talking about maturity, you know, we talk about maturity in girls a lot, right? We just touched on maturity in guys, and my big thing is this: maturity as a whole, and what defines it is, you know what? You're always as mature as you feel, right?
Yes.
We talked vaguely about the people that feel like they're the most mature ones in the room, normally being the most immature.
Yep.
It's because it goes both ways, man. If you can't read the room and realize that you're the odd man out, chances are you're the immature one, no matter how mature you are.
Exactly.
Right? If you show up to a party and everyone's like, oh my god, this music's great, this party's bumping, and you're like, well, guys, you know what? I have to go to bed tomorrow, and I have to do this. Everyone knows what the fuck your schedule is, okay? So do everyone a fucking favor. We don't need a PSA when you leave a party, okay?
Yeah.
We knew that you had to work. If we threw this on a fucking weeknight, guess what? We knew that half the people there had to work. When you leave, you say bye, we'll convince you not to leave, you'll leave anyway, and then you're fucking done.
Yeah,
the party goes on.
Yeah,
But my attitude is this: you're mature when you realize that's how it works. You're immature when you're sitting here and you come into a fucking house or something like that, and either there's no music and you turn it on, or there's music and you turn it off. You know, you read the room. And yes, I understand there's scenarios where you can be the quote-unquote mature one for telling people to turn down the music.
Which is okay.
Or shit like that. But I'm saying, I'm giving like party examples. I'm talking about you going in and literally crashing a party where all fit bitches are dancing and you're like, let me just unplug the music real quick and be the dad in this scenario.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. So you're quote-unquote mature, but everyone hates you. Did you make the right call?
But that's the thing.
Was that the mature decision?
But it wasn't.
It wasn't.
It's only because you feel like the mature thing to do is to like assume that people will understand, and then you just crash whatever's going on. Because I've seen that happen. Which, you know, going to a little like hotel party there, right? Everyone's like, oh, you know, that was a nice reception, blah blah. We should all head out because there's a bunch of people staying at the same hotel, right? Cool. So now we head over there, and we're all there, bunch of booze around, but we're about 20 people, and that one girl that is pretty much almost passing out on the bed. What she does is, instead of saying, "Hey guys, like, you know, just do it out in another room, it's cool, because like I gotta sleep, I gotta do whatever." What she does is that she waits until everyone goes in the room, right? We're all in the room, we're all partying, we're all chatting. Then she turns to her boyfriend, and then she's like, "Hey, Jason, can I talk to you?" And I knew, I had a feeling. I'm like, man, we're not staying here for like more than 3 minutes. Then what happens? Jason's like, guys, like, listen, like, I'm tired, and you know, everyone should leave. And I'm like, first of all, the guy sucks in this situation because he's taking the fall for his girlfriend. And second, the girl really sucks because ultimately you could have just told us, hey, like, just don't come in the room, I'm trying to sleep, it's all good. Like, don't make me go in, and then now you make the guy look like a goddamn idiot doing that.
Bitch. You make him look like a bitch.
Right? Because I saw that, and I lost respect for that guy, honestly. Because it wasn't his call, but then he took the fall for it on some, well, if I don't say that, then I might not get sex or I might not do anything. And that's when we're coming back to that mature thing. It's almost like you're not being mature if you're a girl or I'm a guy and I'm like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I know you like sex, right? Yeah, I do. Okay, well, cool. If you don't do what I say, then I'm just not going to fuck with you on that level. And I'm going to look at you and then see if you're going to do it. You're not being mature at all. What you're doing is that you're forcing yourself to do things, and then guess what? And this is where the shift comes for us, is because from 14 to all the way to 30, 31, and 32, those ladies are running around saying, well, cool, like, people want a pussy, people want to talk to us because we're pretty, then we could go with whatever.
Yeah.
But the switch comes when those girls don't go to school or they don't care about school, and then they're like, well, shit, I can just go to parties, I can go there, I can go there, I can go there, just on some guy's time that's taking this time to, you know, work out, fix his finances and shit, and then now he gets at 30 or gets at 32 or 35 and he's all set up, no kids, no wife, and then you come in being like, well, 5 years ago, like, you liked me, you had a condom. He's like, he doesn't want you anymore.
Yeah.
But the problem is that he should want you, but you created the condition from when you were 20 to where that's all that matters, is how he looks into society and, okay, can he provide for you? So why should he provide for someone that was acting this way, where you can go back to the new batch of 20, 25-year-olds that are just there and then they're just, I just want to live the life and then have fun.
He'll get fresh opinions. He won't deal with the same bullshit, and he'll win.
And he wins. Yeah. So I think we should wrap this up. I mean, it's really, it was a really, really simple subject, but essentially, we all want people to, like, step up when it comes to maturity. It's not just a thing of, okay, I feel this way, and then you don't read the room, as Trihard said, and then you just decide to do whatever, thinking that, okay, everyone should deal with your shit because you're the mature one. Maturity doesn't come with that. Maturity is not only you have a feeling, but you get to read other people's feelings and then you take the best decision out of that.
Well said. Well said. As always, I am your co-host. Well, when he lets me on the videos. I'm your co-host, Alessandro Trihard. Hosted as always by Mr. Alessandro Trihard, myself.
Yeah.
And
Call Out Clinic, man.
The Calling Out Clinic. So thank you so much, guys. We'll make sure we get some more videos out for you.
Peace.